But guys, listen. Who's ready? Everybody get close in here. Everybody listen. Get out your D-Lo brown heads. Okay? I need you to loosen up your neck. See if you get a crack out of it. Oh, got a little one right there. Oh, yeah, got it. Pop your sternum. Pop it back. Chest out. Tits out. You know what I mean? Just like fucking Tony Storm says. Just like she says. Fucking tits out, watch your shoe. But we are going to talk WrestleMania 40 official picks and predictions. This is up. We're going on the record. We've been talking a lot of jive, a lot of nonsense for weeks. But now we're going on the record.
We have?
Okay? Yeah. And guys, when you speak today, speak a little slow because I have a article due tomorrow.
What's your article?
What's the working title?
Oh, it's a SEO orgasmic fucking chain, basically getting match card and a couple predictions at the end.
Okay.
So nothing in particular in terms of like Benoit should be in the Hall of Fame or anything like that.
Yeah.
Don't go down that road. But listen, let's start. I see that BJ mixed up night 1 and night 2.
I kind of felt it was better to go by like more importance.
Yeah, that's fucking pretty stupid. I would rather have it night 1, night 2. That way I could see. That way I could see what I'm expecting on night 1 and then night 2. This jarbled bunch of fucking mess does nothing for me. I'm as soft as a fucking pillow right now. I wanted to be rock hard. Rock hard.
Send it real quick.
Yeah, no, it's good. I'm already into it now. I don't give a shit. The main event of night 1, we see The Rock and Romeo Reigns. And you're right, this is the most important thing. It has overshadowed Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. And no matter how many Stone Colds or John Cena's you fucking shove down my throat, okay? The Rock and Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins. If Rhodes and Rollins win, bloodline barred, and Rollins benefits not at all. Right? Does Rollins get anything if they win besides a big win?
Is that it's a better chance of Roman losing the title, which he cares more about than his own title right now, and he's going to end up losing to Drew because of that.
It's so weird.
He's like, I get to go against The Rock, and if I beat him, that's a victory in its own self. And if Reigns and Rock wins, we're getting a clusterfuck in the main event on night 2. So I've never been more sure of anything in my life more than I'm getting The Rock and Roman Reigns winning here. Who you got? How's it shake out, Mike? Sorry.
Yeah. So I think this match right here is probably one of the best built big matches at a WrestleMania in a very long time. Because a lot of times, over the years we've been doing the show for a long time. We'll watch the bill and it's like fucking tug of war with the title, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. It's like, what are we even doing? It's like they blow their load 2 months before WrestleMania and then we're just like kind of sitting there waiting for this fucking match to happen. Whereas with this particular match, they waited to the perfect time and they hit when they needed to hit. These last 2 weeks have been amazing television related to this match. So I think they've done an amazing job with this build. So looking forward to this. Like, The Rock technically hasn't had a match in 8 years, but him beating Eric Rowan in fucking 3 seconds is not really a match in my eyes. So really, we're going to get to see the first Rock match since WrestleMania 29. So 11 years since he's had a real match. Mm-hmm. I was there for that match. I'll get to be there for this match, and I think it's going to be fucking awesome. I agree with Donnie though. Yes, I am a Mark, and yes, The Rock and Roman Reigns are going to win this match, because to me, it makes no sense the other way around. I think you have Rock and Roman win because you want to have the odds stacked against Cody as much as you possibly can. And if you have bloodline rules, that means anything can happen in that main event on night 2.
BJ?
Incredible build. The past 2 weeks have been awesome. These have been 2 of the best Raws since we've been doing the show. I said last week it was the best Raw. This one last night was awesome too. The Rock has come back, turned heel in a pivot, and has been unbelievable ever since.
Yeah, that pivot by the way confirmed by Triple H.
It was not confirmed.
It literally
He's just like, yeah, we listen to the fans or whatever.
No, he didn't. Like, he literally went in to say, we fucking, back in the day we would be rigid and we would be firm in what we were doing, but instead I'm in charge with a group of people and we kind of change things when it's necessary. I have a great
but
group around me.
About that he changed this match.
And he fucking said everything but saying he pivoted. He said, dude, let me tell you something. You're smart enough to know.
Tell me what the plan was for Cody if he wasn't facing
probably
Roman,
a multi-man match against Rollins, like we said.
Nope. And then once you could tell me why The Rock was talking about how he wants a long game and a long-term story here, and how him facing Roman would have led to that at all, then I'll start listening. But you haven't come up with good answers for either of those things.
Let me tell you what, dude. I see with my eyes, and I see that you're blind. That's what I see, brother.
That doesn't make
Open your third eye, and I'm not talking your butthole, but open that too soon.
Nice.
Into the top of your toilet tank.
Honestly, I put a note in the top. It's a floating piece of paper, and it says, "Don't poop on me." I cleaned the toilet today, and I was like, "Fuck that! He's not going to do that."
There you go.
That's going to stop him.
So yeah, the build has been awesome. Roman Reigns or Paul Heyman for Roman Reigns saying on SmackDown that they ordered The Rock to go do a hit on Cody, and everything that happened last night on Raw was so well done. Loved the opening. The main event was great. I am sticking with what I said last week. Cody pins The Rock in the main event of night 1, and then The Rock beats him down to end the show.
Oh, that's terrible.
To me, you're trying to give a little even playing field for Cody by having him win. He gets a little one-up on The Rock, because he's been getting his ass fucking beat nonstop by The Rock. So I think The Rock puts him over because Roman Reigns is going to win on Sunday.
Yeah, you've definitely rode this train, and I can't wait to see you be disappointed by it. That's honestly my favorite part.
Well, we said that last year also.
Yeah, you're right, we did.
I think it's a little bit different this year. Because I don't know where you go with... Yeah, there's nowhere to go with Cody here if he loses.
I mean, you could have The Rock. The Rock beats Roman.
Okay, but he's just not going to win the title then, ever.
He also has Seth Rollins, who turns heel.
Listen, if you don't do it with Cody here, he's fried. He's cooked, as the kids said. You know what I mean? I do believe that, because you missed it last year. I think that this moment is not going to be as important.
They did last year, it did.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
you do that twice.
I don't think you should have done it once, but you definitely can't do it twice. I'll say that. You may have gotten away with it once, but you're not going to get away with it twice.
Well, I think they were right to do it once.
I don't agree.
Here we are.
Where we are.
Yeah, I mean, you could have had Cody versus The Rock, and I mean, I would have preferred that.
No.
I mean, that's your opinion. Then you could have had The Rock versus Roman Reigns for the battle for the head of the table, and you could have fucking had Cody fight somebody else. Cody could have fought CM Punk.
We're going to get The Rock and Roman at a later date.
All right. But yeah, so BJ, you're very incorrect. But let's get into the main event since we're talking about Cody Rhodes, and we're talking. Okay, no. Yeah, okay, fine, that's fine.
Are we going with just go down night 1 and then night 2, or what do you want to do?
I don't know. He fucked up so
because
bad.
I have the card
he fucked up
if you want to just go by night 1 then night 2.
I didn't fuck up because you're talking about this fucking main event here in night 1. It goes right into what the main event is for night 2. And then Seth Rollins and Drew ties into all that. So that's why I did this.
And then obviously Io and Bayley ties right into that, right?
I mean, that's just the rest of the fucking show.
Yeah, you're an asshole. You're an asshole. Okay? Mikey, or you pick. I don't care.
We'll just go with what the schedule says.
Okay, great. Okay, then Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. This is the evolution of what we get on that first night. And my first question, I'm gonna buck the who you got and how's it shake out for a second, because I'm gonna toss it to you, Mike, and I'll just say quick yes or no. Just quick yes or no with your, give me a little thought. Give me a little thought.
Wait,
just a little thought. I'll do a little thought. Give me a little thought about Stone Cold and John Cena.
Yes, I think they'll be involved in this, and I think they're going to help Cody Rhodes.
Okay, and you think Cody Rhodes wins, and who you got, how's a shakeout situation?
I do. We talked about it a little bit, but I didn't think Cody was going to lose last year, but he did.
He sure did.
Great moment.
And I wasn't mad about it, though, because I realized, what that could lead to, and WWE played it very well over the course of the next year, and Cody is as hot as he's ever been. And now he's got another crack at it. But I don't think you can do it a second time, because then people are like, all right, that's the same old shit over and over and over again at this point, and they're not going to be as invested as they were. You screw them over one time, people can get more behind them. You screw them over twice, I think they're kind of done with it. So I think if you want Cody to be your guy alongside Roman, an equal, then you have to have him win here. So I don't think that they do it 2 years in a row. I think he wins.
BJ?
About Stone Cold John Cena?
About the whole kit and caboodle?
About the whole thing? Okay. Yeah, I think there's going to be a ton of shenanigans. Here's the thing with the stipulation is just that the bloodline is barred from ringside. So I said last week, you got Drew McIntyre discussing with Paul Heyman. I could see Solo screwing over Seth Rollins and helping Drew McIntyre win the World Heavyweight Championship. Drew kind of comes
but you had Cody and Seth winning, so there's no interference really in fucking night 2.
That's not what that is. It's that the bloodline is barred from ringside. It's not that anyone can, people can still interfere. I'm sure The Rock will still interfere. He's on the fucking board. He doesn't give a fuck about rules. That's what all the rules are.
But I mean,
right?
then what does night 1 even do?
It doesn't do anything. It's a fucking tag team match.
That's why The Rock and Roman are going to win night 1.
Yes, I know, and he's very wrong.
You want. You just
can't.
All
you
is
look
that
like
you
a
can't
fool.
have essentially Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, and essentially The Rock are not supposed to be at ringside for
and Paul Heyman.
Okay,
it's a big deal. That's a big fucking deal. So like that's what night 2 looks like to you, but it's not what it's gonna look like.
They make the fucking rules. They don't give a fuck. That's being a heel.
Listen, I get it. I mean, listen, I love a good foot on the rope, buddy. I just think this is different.
And ultimately, Seth Rollins, who's not part of the bloodline, comes out and you think he's there to help Cody, because Drew McIntyre screwed him, but no, Seth screws Cody.
This is shoot stupid.
I also think, like,
why they have Solo and Seth had a match in the main event of Raw for like no reason, considering Seth is just coming back from injury. I think that's setting up for Solo to screw him over before the match, and then Seth comes out and you think he's going to help Cody and he doesn't.
There's no interference, by the way. I believe there will be no interference in Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre. Drew wins clean.
I think it's definitely...
Why are you so quiet? Why are you trying to be quiet? Well, this is a time for yelling.
No, I'm not. I'm just still getting over being sick. But I think that it's like unquestionably going to be bloodline rules on night 2 because this opens up avenues for everything. Everybody can.
It's a clusterfuck.
It differentiates it from last year's main event, which was a regular match. Now you have bloodline rules. They gave us a taste of bloodline rules on Raw for a reason, because then you know what to expect. That's what you're going to get. I think it's just like not even a question, to me at least.
You're on the wrong side of history, BJ. PK. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, like I said...
I do think John Cena and Stone Cold and potentially Undertaker, though, have a separate segment. But I'm not saying that they can't get involved in the main event, but I think they have a special segment otherwise celebrating legends.
They're just going to be like, we're in the Silver Dome, brother.
No, I disagree with that, too.
Oh, that way it's like, we've already seen Stone Cold and John Cena. They may not
and that would totally what? Hold on a minute. You wouldn't save the surprise for the main event?
They could do something night 1 and still show up night 2, because if you remember WrestleMania 38, Stone Cold had the main event match night 1 and he still came out night 2 and stunnered Vince. So
yeah, he knew.
Right.
I think it would be better just save them. And just like you're sitting there and the whole bloodline's beating down Cody Rhodes, and all of a sudden, hold on a minute. Hold on. The whole bloodline, here's what I think happens. Again, The Rock and Roman Reigns win on night 1, so you have bloodline rules. So when Roman Reigns comes out this grandiose, this entrance on night fucking 2, he's also got 20 fucking dudes behind him. You know what I mean? He's got this
I might be able to piss twice during his entrance.
I know, seriously, you might, seriously. Well, the best part is we have a bathroom in the suite, so whatever, dude. It's only 2 minutes anyway. It's a long stage, I assume, so you can piss 3 times. The idea would be the fucking Rock and Roman. They win that first night. They come into night 2. Roman's got this entourage. He's got this aura. Cody's standing by himself in the ring as this whole fucking wash comes towards him, and he's like, "Fuck." He knows he's in for it. And then we haven't seen John Cena. We haven't seen Stone Cold Steve Austin. And then when those music fucking drop. Right in the middle of that match, when Cody's getting beat down, it looks like he's at his most dire moment. And we know Stone Cold's music hits. And we know we're going to get The Rock facing off with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, I think that, don't you always say, save that moment. That's that moment you create. Because I think, listen, as much as this is about Roman and Cody, let me just get this other way. Cody wins.
It's about Cody and The Rock.
But no. Truthfully, Cody wins this. He wins the championship. I think the moment that I'd most like to see, and I think the biggest possible moment created out of this, and the biggest tease in a way possibly, is that you have a Stone Cold Steve Austin face to face with The Rock again in Philadelphia. Like, I think that's the moment. You have them face to face. I
definitely think they want to have that.
Yeah, so like, I think that's the fucking crown jewel in all of this. And yes, Cody and Roman will be fucking, Cody wins, he wins the championship, he gets the celebration, but we're gonna be talking about fucking, The Rock turns around, and there's Stone Cold Steve Austin staring him in the face, and for the first time in the fucking ring, what you could argue is the greatest rivalry in fucking wrestling history is fucking standing face to face again.
And then also the beauty of it, since this was the plan all along for months now, you had Cena lose to Solo decisively at Crown Jewel, and now he shows up, and that's how he gets his revenge on Solo, and he also helps Cody in the process.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely convenient to finish telling that poorly told story since they let him. How many wins does he have since he beat Cena?
I lost count.
It's like 0-40. I think something like that.
Count. I can't count very high.
But yes, Cody wins a championship, but at Tuesday when we come in here to talk about it, I'm going to be yelling about how I think 41 we're getting Rock versus Stone Cold. So, I think that's what I think.
We'll get Rock Roman.
Listen, maybe, but if you tease it, and Stone Cold Stone Cold was good against Owens. And if The Rock...
It's not to say that I would be like, I don't want to see Rock and Stone Cold. I won't watch it. I hate it. But it's like...
Not the best use of the guys?
I'd rather see Stone Cold.
I agree.
Do the bloodline against, like, Cody...
Let's be honest.
I'd rather see Stone Cold against Roman.
Let's do a Killer Survivor Series match with these guys. Let me hear.
That'd be insane.
Like, seriously, right? Like that, and talk about a way to protect the guys.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we've got some thoughts about the main events.
I just want to say something real quick about the whole Cody thing, because, last year people like Donnie Wood complaining, oh my god, he should have just pulled the trigger, they should have beat Roman.
I still think he should have.
Yeah, sure. That's fucking dumb, because this whole entire weekend, fucking the 40th anniversary of WrestleMania, it's all about Cody Rhodes trying to...
No, it's not. It's about The Rock, if we're very honest. No one's really talking about Cody the way they're talking about The Rock.
Rock's trying to stop Cody Rhodes from finishing.
Cody is the guy. Yeah, right.
Yeah, but
another thing. You guys, yes, Cody has his little story, but The Rock and Roman Reigns, who fucking run the company, they have their story they're trying to tell. I'm just gonna let Cody come in here and take that off from them? I don't think so.
I think they've pivoted to a good story. I think what we had last year was a bigger moment. I think when Cody wins this time, it will not be as important or as impactful as it would have been last year.
Because The Rock's involved. So
but everyone's talking about The Rock. No one's talking about Roman Reigns and Cody. Everyone's talking about The Rock and The Rock against Cody. Yes, but that's the fucking problem. That makes him beating Roman Reigns. Even Roman Reigns, who should feel like the fucking main event, like he did all the other times, has taken a complete and utter back. I don't care how many times Paul Heyman says, we paid The Rock.
That's by design, because it's going to lead to Rock and Roman.
Guess what? You know what it leads to? You know what it leads to? Hold on. You know what it leads to, Mike? It leads to Cody Rhodes' victory meaning less.
I don't think so. I don't agree with that.
Very
I think if you have all these fucking stars involved, The Rock and Stone Cold and John Cena and all this stuff.
Yeah, you're trying to protect the fact that you fucked up.
Anything they did last year.
No, I just disagree.
I really do.
Reigns being champion since August 2020, and this is how he goes out, losing the championship, where he's been a complete afterthought to The Rock and Cody. I don't think he's going to let that happen.
I mean, he doesn't have a fucking choice. What do you think? He's fucking Hulk Hogan?
Yeah.
You think he's Ronda Rousey? Just walks in and said, my mom would hate that?
I think that's exactly what happened.
My mom would hate that. Can't do that. Okay, let's get into, you read that, right? Ronda Rousey, I think it was,
I did.
Someone said that Ronda Rousey walked in, she was supposed to lose via submission. Yeah, and she said, nah, my mom wouldn't talk to me anymore, so.
She's saying a lot of lame shit lately.
Who's that? Becky?
Ronda.
Well, I mean, I think these are all old things she said. No, I thought he was ripping on Becky. I think Becky has been great in this media tour.
Oh my god, it's been awesome.
I actually might read the book. I'm just kidding.
I'm a big Becky fan. You always just tell me I wasn't, but I was just realistic about how her babyface character wasn't working at the time.
No, you're a bandwagon fan, and now that she's doing great. No.
She was better as a heel.
No, you're a bandwagon fan. When she was bad, when you thought she was bad, you were out, and now that she's fucking unquestionably great, you're crying it up a little bit.
I thought she was presented
poorly. Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, which is different from the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, which is actually two championships, one of which used to be the World Heavyweight Championship.
It is the World Heavyweight Championship.
Okay, we're getting through this. Seth Rollins is sludge. Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. Guys, Drew McIntyre just wins pretty clean, right?
CM Punk on commentary.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I think he gets like involved in a way that it's just like he gets knocked over.
Like the usual commentary.
Yeah, he's got his arm in a sling, so he goes to bash. Maybe if you're dead set on Seth Rollins, because I get the feeling Seth Rollins is going away. Everything Becky Lynch said about like, hey, she was talking about her contract being up in a couple months, and she was saying how she wants some time to just be with the kid and stuff like that. And Seth Rollins, the report on him was that his contract was up after his contract and her contract coincided with each other. Is what the report was. So that the idea would be that he would take some time off as well. They'd go be with the kid, hang out with the kid, come back in the fall with like fucking force. So if that's the case, my thought is Drew McIntyre wins here, but maybe you have Cody Rhodes kind of help him by accident. Like he goes up on the apron with his fucking big old like make it a Looney Tunes cast to where it's like extra big, and he goes to hit Drew.
That thing already.
It's a brace. He can chomp it. He takes the brace, he goes to hit Drew, and he hits Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins takes the pinfall.
Why would Cody do that?
No, I meant Punk.
You
Punk.
said Cody.
Punk.
I'm sorry about that. No, CM Punk on commentary, he gets shoved by Drew, gets up on the apron, and goes to hit Drew, but accidentally clocks Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is out. CM Punk, and now Rollins comes back, he's got a gripe against Punk, and he's got a gripe against Drew McIntyre. You can make it a three-way.
Here's my thought.
Okay.
So, I think Drew wins.
Yes.
I think it's a competitive match for quite a while, but I think in the end he wins pretty decisively. Really, makes it kind of almost uncomfortable to how he beats the shit out of Seth.
That's why I advocated originally for the jobbing.
I don't think they'll do that.
Well, I thought he was more injured. That's when remember when we thought like when he hurt his knee at that show, we're like, fuck, yeah, he's not going to make it to WrestleMania.
That was before they announced the tag team match,
yeah. But if that was the case, I was like, job him out. Just fucking make it uncomfortable.
I agree with that.
I think it'll be a competitive match. Drew ends up winning decisively in the end, though, which will be an awesome moment. He finally gets his moment, win the title in front of the fans. And then what I could see happening is maybe after the match, Bloodline shows up and beats down Seth. And, Cody runs out to make the save, but it's like too late, and Seth's fucked up. Stretcher job, ambulance out of the arena. So Cody's biggest ally is not going to be able to help him in the main event. And that makes, like, Stone Cold and Cena coming out bigger. And then you can write Seth off for however long of a time. And then when Seth comes back, he immediately goes after Cody. Comes back, heel turn right away on Cody, and he's a challenger for the, WWE Universal Championship. And you can have a great feud coming out of that. They have their history. Seth's like, I was there to help you every step of the way. Where the fuck were you when I was getting beat down? It was always about you, never about me.
Yeah,
so I think
that's definitely
story about that.
Yeah, that story is definitely the groundwork has been laid for that. A couple weeks ago, Michael Cole pretty much he was like all but saying it.
What the fuck was that about?
Yeah,
but I mean, I get it.
Never brought it up again.
Well, no, because one day when he references back to it, we're not going to remember all the weeks that it didn't work. We're going to be like, oh shit, I do remember him saying that. You know what I mean? I get it from their perspective. It's an Easter egg.
Did it for a future video package.
That's exactly, honestly. Their video packages are great. They definitely do that.
There was just way too many things that they've done building up to that, where on SmackDown to answer the challenge to Rock and Reigns, it was Cody's music that they come out to go down to the ring. Seth kind of jumps the gun in accepting the challenge because he's been just an afterthought. Right? He was an afterthought at the fucking press conference in Vegas before the Super Bowl. Cody in his promo 2 weeks ago, he basically says that we only have a champion, but he's on Raw saying that, and Seth is a champion who shows up even when he's hurt. There's just too many things. I agree with you guys 100%. I've been saying this for a while that he's gonna, whether it's at WrestleMania or afterwards, he's screwing over Cody Rhodes and turning heel. And it's been long overdue for him to do that.
Okay, I'm just looking at my kids are screaming in the background too. But yeah, I think we're all in agreement. Yeah. Drew McIntyre dominates, right?
McIntyre definitely wins. They can play up that Seth got beat down or beat up the night before, which is crazy that he's even doing that. And Drew has every right to be pissed. CM Punk on commentary is a big reason that I think this definitely will be a competitive match, Donnie, because you're not going to put him out there just for like a minute, right?
Yeah.
great opportunity to talk about CM Punk in his interview with Helwani yesterday, which is an amazing interview, but he did say that the doctors are basically keeping him on the sidelines, that he almost like could have done a lot of things at WrestleMania, and they're trying to like...
He feels like he could have, which is probably not realistic, but...
But that interview is unbelievable.
Somebody went through and pointed out all the discrepancies that he said. No. It's unbelievable. He is a fucking hypocrite, and CM cunt. That's what he is. He's CM cunt. I'll send you the links. I will. I went through. It's unbelievable how many fucking things. Basically, everything he said about when he was like at AEW, starting out with AEW, he was saying about WWE there. He said the exact same thing here. He's just a whiff waffler. Wherever he's at is where he's fucking his happiest, and then he's gonna get miserable here, and he's gonna be in TNA, and he's gonna watch his promo with fucking Scott D'Amore fucking 3 years from now, dude.
D'Amore's not there. He's not there anymore.
Okay, we'll bring him back.
Pretty
for a
interesting that AEW wouldn't even pay for surgery or book it or anything.
I mean, hold on a minute. That was actually disputed by the legal team in AEW as well. So
I haven't seen that at all.
Yeah, look it up, please. Check it out online.
It's online.
What do you want me to do? You want me to go get you a link and send you a link?
So CM Punk just didn't like get the email or something? They went to the spam
him being a bitch about fucking, they didn't call me, he'll call the office. How many times at your work do you have to call somebody and be like, hey, what's going on with my paycheck, or what's going on with my insurance or whatever? Happens all the fucking time. Go to HR, dude. Fucking idiot. He thinks the world revolves around him. He's always been a piece of shit like this. And
that's what Tony Khan brought him in for.
No, Tony Khan.
I felt so validated watching that because he said so many things that I said on the show. And day one, when they're like, all right, we're going to have Punk, and he's going to be separated from the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. They're going to have their own shows.
Well, that wasn't since day one. That was since that happened after the fight, the first fight.
Right, since day one of that. I said, there's no fucking way that's going to work. A real leader would say, hey, you're all getting in this fucking room and you're squashing this right now and you're going to make money off of this. And it never happened and it all blew up.
Well, that was CM Punk. He said he didn't want that to happen. He said yes, he did. No, he was
like, well, if he acts nice for 6 months, then maybe we'll talk to him.
No, he was talking about Adam Page. He's like, we were beyond reconciliation at that point.
No, he didn't say that. You got to watch the interview.
I did watch the interview. I fucking did watch it. It was trash. He did.
The Young Bucks and Kenny Omega didn't want to fucking work with him, and they didn't want him there from the start. That's what he fucking said.
That's not and they did want him there from the start. They're the ones who helped bring him in. When he first signed, they even said, they're like, we text him all the time. We brought him in. They helped bring him in.
And then Punk was like, it was before he even signed, he disputed shit they were saying about how they talked to him and stuff. If you remember. So, they're always kind of shady about that.
Now, honestly, I think CM Punk's just a piece of shit, and you guys are just turning a blind eye because he's now WWE Mark guy.
No, I mean, he's supporting things that I said. So.
Yeah, no shit. So you're looking for a support system. I got it.
No.
That's why people watch Fox News or CNN, so they have their news and their opinions validated, not getting the actual truth.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, that's alright, fine. Okay, Io Sky against Bayley. I think this is pretty much a Bayley victory without question, in my opinion. Mike, we got how's it shake out?
Yeah, I agree. I could see this one being a match with a lot of interference too. I think you could have Damage Control involved, and I think you could have Jade and Bianca and Naomi involved to kind of neutralize them also. But ultimately, I think Bayley just wins. Like, Io's amazing, but her title reign's been lackluster just because she hasn't really been given any feuds that you really sink your teeth into, and like she hasn't had that many defenses, and I just don't see a reason to keep it going. Like, Bayley winning, I think, makes far more sense. So I think she wins.
BK?
Bayley wins. This feud has been fine, in my opinion. I agree with Mike. The Io Sky title reign has not been fine at all. The Triple H did a real disservice to her and Damage Control in general, because in NXT, her title reign was awesome. She had amazing matches. She had great feuds, big time matches as well. They didn't do right by Io Sky, and it's not through her fault. She's amazing, but it's been a long time since she should have lost the championship. So Bayley needs to win.
I mean, I think the booking of this has been largely poor. I think the highlight was the Royal Rumble. in that moment. And then the second highlight was her being like, I can speak Japanese, you dumb assholes.
Yeah, that was
right?
great.
That was really good, though.
And
But
they kind of jumped a little too early.
But that was
I
it.
think the problem with this is they did what
long.
they have often done with big feuds in the past, like I talked about before, like whereas the Cody and Rock and Roman stuff is all hitting at the perfect time right before WrestleMania, they went early on this, and then the last couple of weeks have just kind of been, they've been more focused on what's going on with Bianca and Naomi and Jade with Damage Control than Bayley with Io.
And let me tell you something,
they really dropped the ball with all of them.
Well, here's my issue with all of this. We're talking about now two of the first 4 matches we discussed are being overshadowed now by other multi-person matches on the card. That's my problem with this. I feel like WWE.
I really don't think Roman and Cody's being overshadowed.
It is. I care more about the 6-person match in this match.
This is being overshadowed. I don't think Roman and Cody's really being
overshadowed. It really is, dude. And listen, you're going to overbook it, so you're going to remember it because
you're having the first match is because of the second match.
Yeah, no, but that's not true. You're having the first match, you get The Rock on the card because you lost CM Punk. That's the real reason.
Okay, but if you weren't having Roman versus Cody, then this match wouldn't be happening anyways.
If you want to, my point is, you would have had Roman Cody regardless. That was happening, unless they were going with the original plan, which was Roman versus The Rock. No, it was not the original plan. Okay, let's go. So we're all in unanimous Bayley's, and that's another thing. It's such a foregone conclusion. It feels like. And even if it wasn't Bayley, I'd be pissed off. No, you're right. You're right, but I'm just saying there's no. I don't have that. I'm more excited when I don't know who's going to win than when I know who's going to win.
Well, I'm excited to see
right
her
get
like a really cool WrestleMania moment. Cause
for sure, me too. But I mean, that's nothing they've done. That's her hard work. They haven't added to that the way they should have. Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. They have added to that. Becky Lynch punched Dom in the face. She fucking showed up on that MMA Hour show and fucking stood up, and that was a very good segment. I think Rhea Ripley's public tours have been really fun, and I like her conversations, and she's selling it really well. And I think that this has been a lot. Remember how I said I wasn't excited? I went on record. I said I'm not excited for this match because at the time I wasn't. And I will say this: the last 3 weeks or 4 weeks, they have made me more excited. So for that, I appreciate it.
They've ratcheted this thing up the way they should have with Io and Bayley.
Yeah, absolutely.
They did it the right way with this one.
They have one shot on Friday to do something with Io and Bayley.
Right.
And I mean, then
that should be a main focus of the show. I would think.
I agree. So who you got, Donnie?
For me, as always, I think it's going to be Becky Lynch. And the reason I say that is as well as Rhea Ripley has done, as popular as she is, she's really setting the business back with the stink face.
What?
No, I mean, that's what Becky said. That's what Becky, I'm just joking. I'm all for butts.
I mean, I'm sure that was all part of the plan.
I'm all for butts. I mean, I love when fucking Rikishi did it, so who the fuck am I? Yeah. I'm just don't be so outward as a pervert about it. What happened to this country, man? Like, just fucking just how you doing, ma'am? Just say that one time and be like, what's up, titties?
Twitter
but people do it in real life now. Like, people just walk up like what's up, titties? Like, yo, what?
They do?
Like, what are you doing, dude?
That's been since high school with you, though, right?
No. It was like, hello, ma'am. Like, you look wonderful tonight. Like, whatever happened to, like, just being, what happened to chivalry? Is it dead for real? I think it is.
Yes.
So here's the thing. Becky Lynch is the biggest female star in the company. I know that she may be like going away. I know the thought is that she might be going away.
She was going away. That's why I'm confused.
Yeah, no. So here's the deal. In that sense, I think in my heart it should be Rhea Ripley who wins, but I just can't. I don't know if she's jiving me with this fucking Becky Lynch bullshit. So Becky Lynch is big time, and I think that it would be a good. This is really tough. Again, in my heart, it should be Rhea Ripley. I just think they like Becky Lynch so much that she wins. I don't have it's not great logic, but it's just the way my fucking heart and my brain are pulling at each other. Because if Becky's leaving, yeah, of course, Rhea Ripley. And Rhea Ripley's been one of the hottest stars in the business, regardless of gender. It doesn't matter. She's been great. She's fucking fantastic. So she could easily retain here, add this as another huge moment for her. She beat Charlotte last year. She beats Becky Lynch this year. She's fucking going in next year as this fucking juggernaut. It's fucking fantastic. I just can't write off Becky because it's still Becky Lynch. And if she's fucking around and saying, I'm going away, but in reality she's sticking around, I could see her winning this fucking championship. So, Mike?
I could see a case either way, and I've been kind of torn on this the entire time since it became clear this is going to happen, but the more I have thought about it over time, I think Rhea is going to retain, and I think she should retain. Becky's great, obviously, but she doesn't gain anything from winning the title here. She's done it a million times already. Rhea, she is becoming a huge star. She's reaching that level of like the 4 horsewomen. And I think she beat Charlotte last year. Add to that. Let her beat Becky this year at WrestleMania. Keep this going. I'm not sure I think maybe Bianca has the record for longest women's title reign. Break that record with Rhea. And like, I'm long-term booking in my head here. Have Rhea hold the title to fucking next year's WrestleMania. Do Rhea versus Bianca. Because then you have the woman who broke Bianca's record, the longest reigning women's champion, and you have Bianca who, assuming that she wins at this year's WrestleMania, which I think she will, she has that streak going, never losing at WrestleMania. Like, that's a huge thing. That's like the two biggest, those two and like Asuka, the two biggest non-4 horsewomen stars WWE's had in the women's division, in many years. So I think that it just makes a lot more sense and you get a lot more out of it if Rhea wins. And then, to your point, Donnie, like if Becky's going to take time off potentially, I mean, I already think that Seth is going to, so you might as well have Becky do it too. So it doesn't really make sense for her to win here.
Real quick, we always do this, but you always look at the card, the heels and faces, to how many wins, and they kind of keep it equal.
Yep.
I mean, this would if Rhea defends, this would fix that, the dichotomy between the heels and the faces here.
Well, I also think there's going to be a lot of title changes. So.
I was going to say, so you got to have some, because I'm thinking right now, I'm going through this right now, and I have almost all the titles changing, so if you had Rhea Ripley defend, this would be the smart defense.
Mm-hmm. I've been saying since the Rumble that it just doesn't feel like the time is right for Rhea to lose the championship, and I still feel that way. The biggest wrinkle in it was she brought up her daughter. Rhea brought up Becky's daughter, which was kind of typically signals something that's going to happen, like the comeuppance, but...
Holy shit, you talking about a run from the baby?
Rue's gonna get involved.
She's got Stone Cold's music and shit because they give her whatever she wants, but she runs down the ring and she turns on just like fucking, oh my god, just like fucking Nick Wayne's mom. She turns, dude.
But even so, you
hold on, Raven's kid. Remember Raven's kid when he did the Sandman thing?
Well, yeah, he was Sandman's
kid. It's Sandman's kid. Yeah, he did the arm thing, yes.
That was a good storyline.
Yeah.
I could see them trying to save maybe a title change for like Backlash, which is in France. It's going to be a big show for them. Maybe a Becky win there, if anything. But Becky's won
that French star, Becky Lynch.
Yeah, but Becky's won the main event of WrestleMania. Like, it doesn't get bigger than that. The first women's main event in WrestleMania history. She won the championship there. It was a huge moment. Like, nothing can take that away from her. I think continuing to build Rhea's stardom is more important right now than Becky's storyline of trying to get back on top, which can really happen at any time. It doesn't have to happen at WrestleMania. So I think I've always said Rhea retains, so I'm going to stick with that.
Rhea retains. So the fucking Elmer.
You
bumped your head and became Elmer Fudd for 1 second. It was wild to watch. Gunther and Sami Zayn. The training montage of Sami Zayn is fantastic, but I feel like Chad Gable could cost him the win or something. I don't know what's going on here. He's too nice.
This is the most 50-50 I think, on the whole show, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm going to
listen. I think there's a case either way because Gunther, like if Cody wins, right, and Roman goes away for a while, then Gunther is a great challenger.
Yeah,
but I could
time.
see that happening more like when they go to that Germany show in like August. So do you really want to do that now? So I could see Gunther retaining the championship, but also you have this amazing storyline with Sami where if he wins, that's a huge moment, but he also could win Money in the Bank in Toronto. So
well, I guess if
50-50.
I guess if Gunther loses, like, he doesn't have to be the right away challenger to Cody.
Yeah, he's going to fight Sami Zayn. For a couple
months and then he challenges.
Yeah, he's going to fight Sami Zayn, and then he's going to like be screwed out of that or something like that. Honestly, I think you have to give this to Sami. You didn't give him Montreal, so you got to give him this.
Mm-hmm. I wrote here Sami Zayn.
Mm-hmm. I agree that I could see this going either way. Like, it would not shock me at all if Gunther were to win, but they really are. Like, I talked about it last week, that this is 100% like a Rocky storyline. Like, Sami Zayn is Rocky. He's the underdog. He's trying to beat Drago, and Chad Gable's in his corner. and helping him along the way. And I just think it would be an awesome moment if Sammy won and ended that record title reign. Mm-hmm. So, because WrestleMania is oftentimes about making those moments, I will say that I think Sammy is going to win. And then again, like Gunther, he can reach that next level then. He's more than ready to be in the main event scene, obviously.
Mike, what would the IC champion, hold on to your fucking britches for this one, Big Daddy. What would the IC championship have done?
It will have elevated him.
What the fuck kind of, would you shut your mouth with words like that? How dare you use those words like we know what they are? But it's literally what the IC title was chosen and designed to do. Macho Man Randy Savage literally shoop shoop, shoop shoop. You know what I mean? This is the shoop shoop and this is the shoop shoop. Come on, right?
Sure.
Right. Correct. Okay, Judgment Day, DIY, Awesome Truth, New Day, A-Town Down Under, which I fucking hate the name. Get real.
It is a stupid name.
Get real. New Catch Republic.
Hate that name.
I also hate that name, yes, too. Just give, what were they before? Mustache Mountain?
No, that was,
oh yeah, that was the other dude.
7.
Yeah. Mustache Mountain was better. You know what, Pete? Grow a mustache. Yeah, I hate them. I love mustaches again. But this is a 6-pack ladder match. This is night 1. This is an absolute fucking banger. I'm gonna say this now.
This is apparently for both championships?
Yeah, I mean, the one team's carrying around both titles, yes.
No, like, they're splitting it.
So one can win one and one can, it says undisputed.
So like 2 different teams can grab the difference of the title?
That's what I saw on Twitter, so let me go to the wiki.
Okay, so you saw it on Twitter, and then you were like, let me say it on this show without, like, double checking it, Dave? So Dave, real quick, so you just saw this random thing, single source.
I didn't hear Cole say that, but to be honest, like, I'm not paying 100%
So
attention.
Wiki says, the match will end after both titles under the Undisputed Championship banner, the Raw and SmackDown titles, have been retrieved, making it possible for the titles to split between 2 teams.
Oh.
So if you get at the top of the ladder, why wouldn't you just grab them all?
Well, what if there's 2 teams up there, one grabs one grabs the other?
Yeah, I mean, that's probably...
That's exactly what's going to happen.
If they really are splitting them.
That would be great. I would love this. Yeah, I'm fine for that. And in that case, that changes my pick here.
Winners.
That changes my pick here. We'll do Judgment.
First?
Yeah, please. You can go.
Okay. So, what I would love to see happen is for the New Day and the Awesome Truth to win. Now, DIY, those are Triple H's boys, but they've been booked like absolute fucking shit on the main roster ever since they came up.
Yeah, it's wild.
So I don't think that they're gonna win. I think it's gonna be A-Town Down Under taking the SmackDown titles, because they have no credibility whatsoever on the show. They lose all the time, but they're always put in big spots.
Yeah.
So I think you have to give them some type of win. And then it's the Awesome Truth to go through with that storyline, because they've been awesome, and everyone's gonna go fucking nuts to see our Truth win. And they get the Raw.
Yeah, let me jump in here. I actually 100% agree. The Awesome Truth kind of helps break up the Judgment Day. I think the Judgment Day is going to start imploding here pretty soon. And I think, justifiably so, I think you're going to also want to move, Damian Priest up to the, you put Andrade with Judgment Day, and you fucking let Damian Priest go out and they beat him out. He's a face. He kind of goes up and he can take on Drew. I think him versus Drew would be fun. And the Awesome Truth kind of, them winning the titles, especially like beating Judgment Day, that continues fun stuff there. And A-Town Down Under, I'm fine with that. It gives you're right, you do need to give them some sort of credibility. They're like the jobbers to the stars. Mm-hmm. But they are really being trusted in a bunch of really key spots. And they're delivering too. They're very fun. It's just, the name blows. So, Mike?
The name does blow.
I think, regardless of if they're splitting the titles or not, I don't think Judgment Day leaves with any titles. So
yeah,
I agree.
Fair.
I think they're definitely telling the story of tension.
You picked Rhea?
I'm sorry?
You picked Rhea Ripley, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
he means a tag team.
Judgment Day team.
Oh, okay.
Christ almighty. Dude, you know what he fucking meant.
But I think that I'm going with Awesome Truth definitely wins one set of the titles. And then I would say DIY because, and you can move whichever team to SmackDown, because the story they've been telling is that like Awesome Truth and DIY have essentially been working together to try to take down Judgment Day. So I think in that sense it would make sense for both of them to win titles. So I would go with that.
That'd be fun. Honestly, this match, banger.
It's going to be crazy.
I was going to say this match should open the show, But I didn't
Jimmy.
see that Jay and Jimmy were on night one. Yeah. So, but if they
go on second.
That what the tag match?
Yeah.
Honestly, that's not a bad idea because it's a hell spot, and this will survive hell.
Mm-hmm.
I will say I'm a little disappointed that the Street Profits are not in it.
Yeah, the six person match is going to be a banger, though, right?
Right. But I like that they're also getting a different spotlight anyways.
Yeah, no, I honestly prefer... Listen, they would have their spots, but the truth is, they are heels right now, and they wouldn't be doing...
Well, no, they're not anymore.
No, they're faces.
I guess so. But we'll talk about that in a minute. So let's go to Logan Paul, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens. Triple threat for the U.S. Championship. Mike, who you got? How's it shake out?
I'm very excited for this match. This is going to be an awesome match. I think that... Randy does not need the United States Championship. I don't think there's really any reason to put it on him. And KO, I don't think he really needs it either. I think Logan Paul retains. We're still fairly... I mean, he won the title in November, but, he's a part-time guy, so we're still fairly early in this reign, it feels like. I think there's a lot more for him to do as U.S. champion. I think he's an awesome heel.
Plus, he's got the championship when he does public affairs.
100%. And his podcast and all that. Yeah. I think it makes a lot of sense to keep the title on him. But I think there's going to be a lot of cool shit in this match. Randy is going to hit Logan Paul with some kind of crazy RKO, and Kevin Owens will break up the pin or something like that. But we're going to get some kind of crazy RKO in this match. But ultimately, I think Logan wins. And it's probably for the best because, he just lost to Seth at last year's WrestleMania. So give him a big singles win at WrestleMania, really continue to establish him as a top star, and that's what he's becoming for them. So I think he wins.
Yeah, he's on a multi-year contract with them. WWE loves the publicity, so I definitely think he wins. I think he sneaks the win on Owens after Orton RKO's Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I don't want him to win. I don't want Logan Paul to win. I'd rather have Randy Orton or Kevin Owens rewarded with this moment.
Who would you prefer?
Kevin Owens.
Between Orton. Okay.
Kevin Owens, because then Randy Orton's free to go do whatever he wants. But I do in my heart. Okay, in my heart, I want Kevin Owens to win. In my mind's eye, I think that Randy Orton just RKO's Kevin Owens and walks away, and Logan Paul he goes he slips him out, just throws him out. I'm always for that classic triple threat moment. Guy goes, he's fucking close to
brass knucks again.
I do so. Just there's gonna be a fuck finish, and Logan Paul steals it and runs away.
Yeah.
I definitely think Logan pins KO because then we can get the singles match with Randy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree with that. Do you guys see a scenario? Because you guys have Cody winning. Right? Do you guys also agree that if Cody wins, that Reigns is gone for a while?
Yes.
Okay, so I agree with that. If Cody wins, Reigns is gone for a while. Could you see Randy turning heel on Cody? As setting up that feud?
You could easily...
Cody would be moving the SmackDown in that scenario, right? So Randy's the next challenger for Cody?
Yeah, I could definitely see it.
Where else does he go if he loses this match? What else do you do with him?
Hold on a minute. Stop. No, stop for 1 second. You can do anything with him, and that's what I've realized. He's at that point of his career. Remember, they put him with Riddle. But I'm just saying, the stuff he did with Riddle, we were like, what the fuck is this? And then by the end, we're like, what the fuck? They didn't end this? What the fuck? You know what I mean? So I think you could pretty much put him against anyone and make it work.
I feel I just personally, since Orton came back, right, he kind of immediately went into the feud with the Bloodline and Reigns, and that was awesome at the Royal Rumble. But since then, I feel like he's just taken a real big back seat. I feel like this was a big step down for him for WrestleMania compared to how he was perceived when he came back. So I feel like whether the fans actually...
Well, you guys tell me how important Logan Paul is all the time, so how's it step fucking down?
I think it's an important spot. I do, because I think that they view Logan Paul as one of their top fucking 5 guys.
They're treating the U.S. title's on the line, but honestly, I think this match is elevating the U.S. title more than the title's elevating the match.
I agree with that, yeah.
Sure. All right, let's go on to the match I'm most excited for. Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso on night 1. I think it opens. It's the first match we get, and we tear it the fuck down.
Right on, baby.
Yeah, Mike, who you got? How's it shake out?
I'm very excited for this match. I don't know that it's one of my most anticipated, but I'm really fucking pumped for that Rock match, obviously.
Yeah.
But this match is going to be fucking amazing. I think it's the perfect opener for all of WrestleMania on night 1. For a while I've been thinking Jey Uso, but the more I think about the WrestleMania as a whole, I think if you're going to have The Rock and Roman win night 1, which I think is definitely happening, then I would have Jimmy win this match. And then it's just an awesome night for the fucking Bloodline. And then night 2, Seth loses and they beat the fuck out of him. The Bloodline's just riding high. Everything's going great. Everything's stacked against Cody and, his allies, but he finds a way to pull it off. So I think this just kind of adds the Bloodline looking dominant by having Jimmy win this match. Obviously there's going to be interference here. Solo's going to be involved. Wouldn't shock me if Cody's involved and, all kinds of other shit.
Can't wait for this match.
Yeah, go ahead.
I will just say that I was more excited for this match in August than I am now because I feel like their feud never really got going. I feel like they just we're relying on the history, which is great, but I feel like this feud, they didn't do much compared to other feuds. It's just like, oh, it's Jay and Jimmy, which is great, but I don't think they really gave us a lot of what we really anticipated that we would get, especially Jey Uso was doing interviews talking about how exciting these promos are going to be, and we just really never got that on television. It was mostly just Jimmy doing what he's usually doing, which is just screwing over Jay in the match. Jay is going to face Solo this Friday, so I could see Solo beating his ass down, and then Jay comes into the match just, basically hobbled, but pulls off the win. I agree with you guys. This should open the show, though. This is either 1A or 1B of the matches I'm most looking forward to. I think the best way to start WrestleMania would be Jay's entrance.
Agreed.
Oh, shit. Jimmy from Lorraine is sending me, pop-up shows are starting to, appear all over Philadelphia on these dates, and he just showed me one for Suplex Mania, which is on April 6th. And it's Hulk Hogan, which is just a fat white dude, against this old black dude whose name is the Junkyard Dog. I'm gonna screenshot it, send to you so you can see it.
WrestleMania Orlando.
Holy shit!
I thought you were laughing at me saying that Jay's entrance should open the show.
No, I know, I agree with that, because Jay's fucking over. If it's not Cody that's the most over as a face, it's Jey Uso.
Dude, when I went to that house show at MSG, Jay was the most over. It was wild.
More like MSJ. Rey Mysterio but I think that actually, I didn't go yet. Jimmy Uso wins. I think Jey Uso has been the guy. He has been over as fuck. He has done these amazing things, and Jimmy has been a shitty little, lackey for a lot of this. So I think what you're gonna get here is a fucking absolute banger, and then you're gonna give giving Jimmy his fucking credibility back in a way by letting him fucking earn this victory. And it can be shady or whatever, but Jimmy just fucking earns the win in this match. So we always remember that Jimmy beat Jay. He'll always have that. But he needs that.
Jimmy beating Jay is like Owen beating Brett.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. He's gonna kick the leg out of him.
Yeah, Jimmy definitely needs it more.
Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee against Dominic Mysterio and Santos Escobar.
Dom, he's a little piece of shit.
Dom is such a monster. He really is good at this little fucking dickhead monster gimmick.
Are you guys happy that he's kind of back in the storyline? Because I was very pleased with that.
Yes, because he was just going to be... He didn't really have anything to do at WrestleMania otherwise. So, and I think that him hating his dad is just something you can always go back to.
Yeah, it's honestly their relationship together and
that hates for life.
Dominic, the best part is Ray's not mad at him usually. He's just disappointed. He's like, God damn it! He's
kid's such his mom. That was it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, I thought we were fucking done with this shit.
You never lay hands on his fucking heater, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So I think Dominic wins here.
I agree, because Dom lost last year at WrestleMania, and I think you need to balance out this card with some heels winning.
Literally, that's what it's based off of, is my heel-face ratio. I have check marks next to it, and I need more heels.
Yeah, and it's just a tag team match, so Ray kind of needs to get the singles win against Santos or Dom in the future.
I kind of think Ray and Dragon Lee will win.
It's a big pop moment, though. You're right. You know what I mean? Yeah, Philadelphia appreciates masks.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, this is a match I could absolutely see going either way, but I just think it's almost like Ray's a legend. Give him a win. I don't think it matters really who wins this match, to be honest with you, because they're probably going to continue this feud coming out of it, like LWO versus Legado. So
I was a little surprised it's not just that as a multi-man match.
Like the whole stables?
Yeah, whole stables.
I wonder if they went with the tag team because they were already doing like a stable versus stable thing with Lashley and Street Profits against Final Testament.
Yeah, they were definitely filling out the roster, and they had some ideas, and this is what they came up with for sure.
I think fucking Angel and Umberto and, Wild and Del Toro are going to be doing all kinds of flippy shit outside the ring during this match.
Yeah, they're definitely involved.
It's gonna be awesome.
They'll get involved.
It's gonna be ladies.
And Elektra and Zelina.
Hello. Yes. So, LA Knight versus LA Knight versus LA Knight, I almost said.
That'd be an awesome match.
Just constantly the Spider-Man thing. LA Knight versus AJ Styles. The build has been, in recent weeks, has been much better. And pretty interesting with the fucking...
LA Knight just spending all show as like a ring crew member.
Yeah. Well, he's got fucking goofy hair and a little mustache. It's very fun.
This has been going on for months.
Yeah. Randy Orton was
ever
involved.
Since basically LA Knight took AJ's spot, got the tag team match, got the world title match, and then AJ came back and was like, fuck you for stealing the spot.
Yep.
And hey, it's a legitimate gripe.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it. This is
up until recent weeks,
a non-title match on the undercard.
Yeah. Yes, but again, it was they really heated it up at the right time, like because it was on simmer. It was simmering on the back of that fucking oven for like what felt like months, and all of a sudden they put
him at Chamber. Like
that was like the one thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what happens, man. We're about to eat dinner. Heat that shit up.
Yeah.
I think LA Knight wins. I think they want to give him his big moment. Like. Love
he was
AJ.
in the Slim Jim commercials and shit, dude. That's the guy of the future.
AJ beating LA Knight, that doesn't do anything for AJ. LA Knight winning his first WrestleMania match, that does a lot for him. So.
It's huge. You know what I mean? Yeah. People are going to go fucking wild for him. It's Philadelphia, man. This is one of the smartest crowds you're ever going to do this in front of.
It is?
Yep. Not only is it the WrestleMania people. Remember the people? I said WrestleMania smart wise. I'm not saying anything else wise, dude. Okay? But the truth is, this is like you already have a really smart crowd with WrestleMania because it's people paying for it. They love this. This is their life. They really like this is like their Disney in a way. And you have fucking Philadelphia. Just, guys like me. We live and breathe this shit. We love this shit. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be such a great. That's why Sami Zayn's got to win, man, because he's gonna get rewarded with just a huge moment. We're gonna get El Generico chants fucking ringing through the building, man. You won't be able to hear them because there's no top, so don't worry about that. Hearing them.
Yeah, LA Knight really doesn't have like a signature win, and while this might not be a signature win, having his first win at WrestleMania is huge. And I mean,
beating AJ Styles is a pretty big deal to anybody who knows.
Absolutely, but it's not like you win the championship or anything like that. But LA Knight, they've towed the line with him where he is still super popular, but he doesn't win matches, right? He's not beating like the.
He's in the Dean Ambrose spot for me.
I think he's the guy to beat Logan Paul come summertime.
I agree with that. We thought that might have been a WrestleMania match.
Right.
So this is a great spot for him. It's going to be an awesome match because AJ's in there. So this could be LA Knight's best match of his career.
I hope so.
Gotta have him win.
I hope so. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi against Damage Control. I called this last week.
Yeah, you did. Fucking Jade against Asuka.
What were you saying? You're saying, Asuka versus Jade.
Yeah. I mean, it still would have been a good match.
It'll happen in here. It's going to be
But
awesome.
this match is going to be a banger, too. Yeah, I'm very excited about this. I honestly just look at the heels and faces chart. The faces win without a doubt here.
Yeah. I mean, they better do something on Friday to put some type of interest in this because you saw what happened last week and it's like, Damage Control.
I mean, Jade killed them all on her own.
Yeah. By herself.
Yeah, I think they gotta do like a beatdown on Jade or something.
Yeah. I need some steel chairs being thrown around, something.
So what you should do is you injure Jade. She's limping around most of the match. She's not able to do a lot of the spots because she's greener than goose shit. And then what you could do is you hide her the whole match, and boom, she fucking rips the cast off. Or better yet, she does the Kevin Nash thing where he's got the leg and he pulls he's got two legs and they're fine, but one there's a fake cast right there. Boom, she's in for the end. You know what I mean?
This is a showcase for Jade and also a way to get Bianca another win at WrestleMania. So they definitely win.
Yeah, 100%. I also think you get Jade Cargill kind of being a dickhead a little bit. Like she starts not playing nice and shit. She's just there for her.
I think you could build tension out of this in a way.
Yeah. It could be subtle. I think it's subtle.
I am very upset though as a Bianca fan that this is what they've decided to do. Like she's had no storyline really going for a long time. They need to do better with the women's division.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But I think she was just the odd woman out here
for the women's title,
yeah.
And she's not going to go for it every.
And this is a pretty goddamn good secondary match. This is one of the matches from an in-ring perspective I'm actually most excited for.
I'm excited for the match. I just don't think that they've done right by Bianca, who they were positioning to be one of their big megastars.
I mean, she is still a megastar. Oh my god. Okay, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Thanks for explaining who they are to me. Against the Final Testament, but you didn't explain who they are to me. It's weird.
Karrion Kross and AOP.
There you go. Thank you. I like Scarlett as a blonde more. Who am I, though, right? Street Fight. I think that Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits win.
I agree.
This will be a fun match.
Yeah, honestly, it'll be an awesome match, dude. It'll be fucking this big meaty men slapping meat.
So
Montez is gonna jump off something, right?
Damn right he is.
Just another reason I think that Cody and Seth win on night 1 is because this is a street fight on night 2, which the main event would then also essentially be a street fight. That's just weird to me that they would do that.
This is going to be in a nothing position. This might be on the pre-show.
No, I don't think so.
This will be in the number 2 spot.
Yeah, it'll be the second match.
So is there anything else? Do we think they're going to add any other matches? That's the card, right?
No, I think this is it.
Yep.
Liv Morgan didn't make the card.
That's wild. They're going to fix
Nia
that.
Jackson.
They're going to do the tag team match.
Andre the Giant battle.
Girls
on
though?
Fucking Friday.
On SmackDown, yep.
Okay.
So basically what they have is night 2 is 6 matches, and night 1 is 7 matches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so maybe we slide in a match on night 1.
So I'm assuming night 2 is going to have some type of fanfare, maybe like The Undertaker. I agree with you guys. If you're going to have Stone Cold and Cena come out in the main event of night 2, that if they are to appear before then, it should be night 1. But they'll do something. They'll have like that Hall of Fame ceremony thing they do on the stage. So maybe that's night 2 to fill the gap.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I don't know what this is.
Roman and Cody's probably going to be a pretty long ass match.
Yeah, there's going to be so much.
And Drew.
Yeah. Well, maybe not. Job now.
I think it will.
So maybe, yeah, I see this. Nia Jax definitely deserves to be on the card. Did you see her eating popcorn?
Yep.
Yeah, me too.